Hello beautiful people, once more you're welcome again to my channel. I'm Karin Chantre. I'm a guidance counselor and a motivational speaker, and on this channel is all about teenagers and teenage parenting. So today I'll be sharing with you the 7 steps to solving teenage problems and solutions. I call them my golden steps because they've worked miracle for my students. They came back giving testimonies, and I said to myself, wow, why not share this with parents out there who are struggling, who are doing a great job to ensure that these teenagers become successful adults. Now, does your child turn to you to solve their teenage problems? Does your teenager struggle with issues at school but detest your intervention? Well, if you can relate to either of these contrasting situations, then this video is for you. You see, as parents, we all want to protect our children from the worries of this world. But do you know, when your child becomes a teenager or an adolescent, it is automatically time for you to change approach. It is time for you to change gears. You cannot be using the same approach you normally use when they were babies. It is not going to work. It's like driving in a busy road in city center where you've got people crossing here and there. You'll obviously be driving in gear 1. But as soon as you hit the motorway, what do? You change gears. You change approach because you are now in a bigger road. That is exactly the same thing you as a parent, you need to do as soon as your child becomes an adolescent. Now, let's go straight into our golden steps. Now, step number 1. The first step is to teach your teenager to identify the problems. Ask them about current situation and how they want it to turn out. Encourage them to approach this problem with a positive attitude and a positive mind. Now, step number 2 is focus. You need to tell your teenagers to focus on the issues and not the person or the emotions. This will help them to face the problem bravely and confidently, rather than suffer in anxiety and frustration. Now, step number 3 is listen. You see, listening is very critical to problem-solving skills. You see, as a parent, you need to advise your child to listen very carefully without arguing or debating. And it is also at this level that you need to teach your child to start using statements like I need, I want, I feel. Because remember, you're trying to help this adolescent become an independent and responsible adult. Now, step number 4, generate a solution. Now, it is time for you as a parent to sit down with your teenager and encourage them to think of all possible solutions that can be used to resolve this problem at hand. Encourage them to think of everything, all the tools, encourage them to reflect on their previous experience, if at all they've been through this before. Your child may come up with a variety of solutions. Some of them may be unrealistic, no doubt, but don't worry too much about that. Just give them the opportunity to explore their creative abilities. Don't discourage them. Now, step number 4, evaluate the solutions. Encourage your child to evaluate all the pros and the cons of each possible solutions. Now, you need to help them at this stage to omit options in which the negatives outweighs the positives. In this case, you're going to be helping your child to sort out the best solutions for these problems. Now, step number 6, put these ideas into practice. You need to encourage your child to implement the solution to resolve this particular crisis. Encourage them to give in their best and see how it works. Remember, as a parent at this level, you're trying to ensure that this teenager solve this problem independently without much intervention. Now, the seventh step, that is the last but not the least step, is to evaluate the outcome. You and your child need to sit and evaluate the outcomes of the solution. You need to make them to understand that solutions sometimes take a while to work. And you also need to make them to understand that problems are not usually solved in just one attempt. By so doing, you're making them to prepare a backup plan. This is a plan where they're going to fall back to in case those solutions don't work out. By so doing, you're training or you're preparing your child, or you're making them not to give up easily in life. So now, after having done all these 7 steps, you as a parent, you've got 2 questions to ask your child. Now, what has or hasn't worked well? What do you think could be done differently to make these solutions work more smoothly? Now, guys, those were my 7 golden steps. It worked for my students, and I hope it works for you too. So thank you for watching, and if you've learned anything at all, don't forget to share this video. Share this video, let it get to all the wonderful parents out there who are doing a great job to ensure that teenagers become responsible and independent adults. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you will be notified each time I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, and stay blessed. Bye bye.